cry more, Tom Aspinall fans, because we're going to talk about your little boy and how he's embarrassing and how he's a coward and how one-eyed Waldo just smashed Tom Aspinall's teammate after an eye poke and continued the fight. Who's crying now? Who's crying now? Last week, you're all going, oh, well, it was an illegal foul. And then Ante Delija all week has been banging on about how eye pokes are foulers deserve severe punishment. You know what? Waldo sucked it up like a man, and he just threw hands and he knocked him out. He didn't need the rule book. He didn't need fouls. He didn't need the ref step in. What he did is he took it into his own hands, and he was angry. He was fuming, and he thought, you know what? You're going to eye poke me, I'm going to smash your skull in. So we're going to break down everything that's happened over the last 24 hours, 48 hours, the last week, in fact. We're going to go back. So Ante Delija, Tom Aspinall did a great job ending UFC 321 fight after eye poke. Foulers deserve severe punishment. That was what Delija said. And so he's been banging on all week, scathing pre-fight comments about eye pokes come back to bite him after UFC Vegas 110. And we're going to have a look at what was said. So he said, I think Aspinall did a great job quitting. I think Aspinall did a great job quitting. Cry more, Tom Aspinall fans. Cry, cry, cry. Boo-hoo. I've heard it all week after the videos I've put out about how Tom Aspinall's not a quitter. He got eye poked and it's a foul. I don't care. If you're a warrior like Costa, like Waldo, our boy here. In fact, Waldo's my new favourite fighter because he carried on fighting. He thought, no, I'm not going to lay here and cry like Tom Aspinall and take the easy way out. I'm going to fight. I'm angry. I'm going to be a warrior, and I'm going to do something about it. But we all know why Tom Aspinall took the easy way out. He wants to go to boxing, and he's a celebrity now. He doesn't need to fight. He's getting paid regardless now. He's above the UFC, and this is why the UFC are annoyed with him. It's why Dana White doesn't like him. His dad's out there. His daddy's out there saying that he's better than the UFC, and we might not re-sign with the UFC, and we might go to boxing. So, in the interest of Tom Aspinall and his world, he wants to protect himself because he wants to get to boxing, and he doesn't want any adversity. He wants a nice, easy life in the UFC, and if that isn't the case, he's going to quit like he did, like the coward that he is. So, I think Aspinall did a great job quitting with not continuing, and if more fighters do the same thing, if more fighters quit. Imagine all you Tom Aspinall fans crying if every time there was an eye poke, the fighters just went, yeah, you know what, I'm all right. I'm not going to fight. It would be an absolute. It would be we'd never get fights. We'd never get through a fight night without 2 or 3 full fights being cancelled. Idiots. So yeah, I think we can prevent the same thing from happening. That's what Delija said. Absolutely 100%. I think more fighters should do the same thing. More fighters should quit. And more behaving that way. More quitters. That's exactly what the UFC wants and needs. More quitters, more cowards. And I do believe we're going to stop with that whatsoever. I really don't understand. I've had 33 fights and I've never poked someone in the eye. Delija, shut up. I do believe the punishment should be severe. Okay, so what's Delija's punishment? Should we do retrospectively? Should he get a ban? Should he have a 6-month ban for eye poking? Let's put him in the sin bin. So we're going to have a look at some of the post-fight interview. Let's have a look at this.
My eyes, no. My eyes is like a 20% vision.
20% vision. It looks worse than what Tom Aspinall went through. Worse. He's still holding the eye. He's got 20% vision. But you know what? What did Waldo do? What does he say? What does he do? He doesn't cry. He doesn't cry like Tom Aspinall.
I say I give a. He say, hey, you know.
I don't give a. He doesn't give a. He doesn't give anything.
Hey, I wanna tell you something. Aspinall, you see that fight, no? I go for you.
And then he calls out Tom Aspinall. Rightly so. Rightly so. Let's put both of these guys in the cage and let's see who quits first, because we know it ain't Waldo. Anyway, another thing that's really annoyed me this week is Adam Catterall. Adam Bumboy Catterall. First of all, get him off TNT. Get rid of him. Adam Catterall is just a servant. He might as well be on his knees and following. No, Tom Aspinall needs a leash and put Catterall on that leash. Like, Catterall just needs go. This is sickening and disgusting how much of a little bumboy he is for Tom Aspinall.
Ogden should have been disqualified.
Should have been disqualified. How intense is he?
The officials warned the fighters in the changing room about fouls. That.
So, the officials do warn him in the changing room about fouls, but as we know, there's consequence. Disqualified. It's ridiculous that he's saying disqualified. Again, we'd never get through any fights if every eye poke was a DQ, instant DQ. There's no way to prove it's intentional. It did not look intentional, and we'll get to the other part in a minute. But regardless, we'd just never get through fights, and this DQ every fighter that eye pokes. It's just, you'd never get through fight. It'd be terrible. The UFC would be, we'd stick main events on, the main card on, and 2 or 3 fights every week would just be DQ'd straight away. He thinks that this is something that is preemptively avoidable, but it's not. It's not It's just something that's part of the game. As Demetrius Johnson said, You do that with your hands because it uses less energy and it uses more balance to keep your hands open. He was talking about it on the Guru podcast. But when you're throwing kicks, you keep your hands open. You don't throw you don't close your fist. And anyone who gets taught how to punch, it's the same. You don't keep your fist clenched 100% of the time. It's stupid. Catterall's a mong. That's what he is. He's an absolute mong. And look at that face. Fuck me. Get an iron. Iron that forehead, man.
That is your first warning. If a fighter then chooses to fight with his hands open and fingers spread,
he's actually saying that if a fighter opens their hands, then they should get a warning. What's that about? You do realise there's grappling in this sport, and you need your fingers to grapple. What if you're going for a clinch? You're going in for a takedown or a clinch. You've got to go in with your fist closed. Where's the sense in that? What if you try and get a tie clinch? Oh, okay, right. I'll go for the tie clinch with my knuckles. I'll drag him with my knuckles like that, and I'll get the tie clinch, and no, you wrap the back of the head, and to get a tie clinch, you're going to have to use your fingers. So what is he on about? This is not boxing. And if Tom Aspinall is that much of a coward, then move to boxing like your daddy says. Catterall, you muppet. You're not even an MMA fan. You're just a geezer who's got a job, and they've told you, well, you're good at interviewing, so we'll stick you on the MMA, and, learn it as you go along. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Stand-up exchanges, heightening the risk of the foul, that then is a motion of intent.
It's intent. Are we eradicating tie clinches from the sport? Are we eradicating clinch? Are we eradicating takedowns? Or is this all just disappearing now because Mr. I want to get on my knees and be dragged around by Tom Aspinall on a leash wants Tom Aspinall to be favoured? Is this the world that we're living in right now? Where, oh my God, man, it looks like he is already on his knees and he's about to devour something. That's what it looks like. Catterall, man, you're embarrassing yourself. Embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. Knows nothing about the sport. Knows nothing about MMA. I know. Fight with your fist clenched at all times. Otherwise, you get a warning. And if it happens again, you get DQ'd. What a ridiculous statement that is.
Fight can't proceed because of an intentional foul. The result isn't a no contest. The result is a disqualification.
Oh, shut up, Adam. Absolutely shut up. I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed at this week and how everyone's been. All the Aspinall fans just can't take a loss and accept that they've got no. This is what it boils down to, right? Aspinall fans, autistic as fuck, and they've got no people reading skills, and they think that was not acting. They think that he's not milked last week and quitting, and they think, oh, we got fouled, and it's genuine that it was that bad. But as we've seen, Tom Aspinall has now gone radio silent, which is exactly what I said would happen. They'd cause a big, massive scene, which they did, and then they'll go radio silent. No updates. We'll get no update now, and it'll just be Tom Aspinall's back. Captain Tom is back. But it's ridiculous. That eye poke was as bad, well, the same or as bad as what Tom Aspinall suffered, except this guy bit down on his gum shield and knocked the other guy out, and continued to fight, and then knocked out the other guy, knocked out Delija. And what's funny is everyone was saying, right, he shouldn't fight compromised. He shouldn't fight compromised. Like, most people who fight compromised end up losing. Well, Waldo didn't. You can't make this up. It does not get better than this. We had one guy quit for the exact same thing, and this guy bit down on his gum shield and continued fighting. It proves everything that I was saying last week. It proves everything. And the little Tom Aspinall fangirls will be on here. Oh, you've never fought, have you? I've had one more fight than you, son. One more fight in the cage than you have. So go suck on that. And yeah, I'm not a fighter. Don't want fight. Doesn't mean I haven't got an opinion that's valid, you muppets. Get better people reading skills. Stop being so autistic. Go get an assessment. Go get a screening. And go work on yourself, son. Because what happened last week was embarrassing. His dad then started embarrassing me even more. And you'll cover it up. You'll jump on the Aspinall bandwagon. It's sickening. I liked Tom before last week. But you've got to call it how it is. You've got to call it how it is. Otherwise, you're just as biased as all the others. Like the Dagestani fans, you're just as bad. In fact, over this situation, the Aspinall fans have been worse than any Dagestani fan, or worse than the Dagestans. And that I thought, and I never thought I'd say that, but it's true. It's been worse than the Daggies. I'd take the Daggies over this. This is absolute ridiculous that so many people are protecting Tom Aspinall, and it's like I said, it's fine that he stopped the fight. He's protecting his career, and he doesn't want to take that risk of losing, and that is fine. But call it what it is. He quit. It doesn't. You can dress it up however you want. He's quit. He's quit. He's quit the fight, and then Waldo's just proven that you don't have to quit and you can still win the fight, which was the argument that everyone was saying, that he would lose. He was guaranteed a loss. That was the argument. If he'd have continued fighting compromised, he was guaranteed a loss. Well, Waldo just proved it. He proved it's not a guaranteed loss. And you've either got that warrior instinct inside you or you haven't. Anyway, like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.